But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace.
I'm Hannah.
And this is Mimosa Monday. We're not as peppy today. I was so tired, but I have not went live in like 5 days. And Hannah, that drink. What are you drinking on?
It's not to the top though. It's not to the top.
What is it?
I just made a strawberry lemonade, Long Island.
Oh, that sounds good. I need to look at that recipe. I'm drinking my pink mimosa. No, it's actually Bacardi and cran pineapple juice with some strawberries in it.
You love your Bacardi. Oh, I have strawberries in mine.
Yes, but I love me some Bacardi. It's been a long week. You were here, so we missed doing the Friday show. We had a great time.
So much fun.
Yes. This next Friday, I have to decide whether or not I'm going to do a show. If I do a show, I'll be doing it from DC. I'll be visiting DC actually this weekend.
Okay.
So I have to decide. But I want to get into these topics. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13. So yesterday's episode, I know you didn't watch, but it was okay. I don't like Kenya. I'm sorry.
You liked her last week.
She's starting problems like with her and Marlo and this whole new little friendship. It's one thing to have the friendship, but Marlo, of course, I know you saw last week's episode where they Portia and Marlo talked, and I thought it was squashed, even though she shouldn't have asked her about Bolo. But they went into more detail this next episode, and Marlo was calling them all fake girls. It was like embarrassing. They were in front of Big Frida that you already know.
Big Frida.
Yes.
Big Frida.
Yes, the queen of bounce music, yes. I guess is what they call them. But they were arguing in front of him. And Marlo is so stuck on the whole if Portia got with Bolo and if she's lying, and I feel like Candy was more like, why does it even matter? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Why is Marlo involved? So yeah, it's like Kenya and Marlo are keeping it going, but maybe it's to have a storyline. Because let me close my phone. I have
to keep asking.
Exactly. That's basically what the episode was about. Portia ended up leaving the trip early, and then the hurricane hit. Oh yeah, Portia left early. Candy left early because of the hurricane coming. Okay. Well, Portia left, I know, because of all the drama, but yeah, Marlo was calling them fake girls and just being real disrespectful. Fake bees. She called them out of their name.
No.
Mm-hmm. She was taking pictures.
Like Marlo.
You said you were starting to like Marlo?
I always like Marlo.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't like her with being friends with Kenya. I don't know what it's about. I feel like if anything, Marlo is trying to just get a peach, and she's latching on to whoever can get her that peach on the show. And so right now she thinks Kenya is the person that can get her a peach. That's what it seems like.
I feel like only because I follow both of them on social media. I know they hang like their kids, the boys be hanging with her and her daughter, whatever. I feel like this season is like a lot of. I'm not. We know reality TV show is not reality. I feel like back then the Housewives used to be reality, but I feel like this season is just a lot of it just feels like scripted and casted a certain way to create like a big, huge drama to keep the show going. Because a lot of that stuff, it don't even seem like they really hate each other off screen.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I feel the show has run its course. Anytime you can see that a show is scripted, it's run its course. They have no more storylines, and yeah, it's just a done deal. So I don't have that much to say about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Of course, LaToya was being LaToya. I don't even remember her that much on this past episode. It was mainly about Kenya, Portia, and Marlo going back and forth in the hurricane. So That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I will watch it. I will watch it tomorrow though.
Yes. So please do. Another show. Did you get a chance to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville?
I thought it was on finale.
They did clips. And the
Well, no,
clips
because
were
I was still there. Oh my goodness. I thought it was on finale, so I didn't even bother to click on it today.
very juicy.
Ooh.
Some of the clips, it shows they don't Kimmy has her issues with being loyal to Tisha because Tisha actually met up with Kiowa, whatever her name is.
Oh, okay.
Kiwi.
The ex?
The ex-wife.
No.
Yes, Tisha met up with her, and it appeared that they were talking about Kimmy, and that it seemed kind of shady. So now I see where Kimmy is coming from when she's not as loyal to Tisha, because it's like Tisha is asking her to be so loyal, but she's not returning the favor, and that only adds to Tisha. I think Tisha is very selfish. She's a taker.
How does Tisha even know the ex? Like,
Because
that's Maurice. Okay, that's Maurice.
Maurice
So
and Marcel,
why are y'all even associating?
because Maurice and Marcel are brothers, and
Okay, what
so
that have to do with her?
she was the sister-in-law. So Tisha, of course, knew her before Kimmy, and so they all had a relationship.
They were married for longer. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Tisha and Marcel have been married for many years, and so of course his first wife was her sister-in-law. So, and then it sounded like Kimmy was the side chick that just kept messing in the marriage, and so Tisha, of course, has loyalty to Kiowa, whatever her name is. I don't know her name is. I don't know what it is. But she has loyalty to her because of the fact that that was her sister-in-law. And so it's so their relationship though, Kimmy and Tisha is so one-sided. I don't get how Tisha expects Kimmy to be so loyal to her when she still has this relationship with Kiowa. So
Tisha's loyal to herself. And when it first started, I actually liked Tisha before. But then as the season was going on, I'm like, no, she's not loyal to anyone.
And she's a manipulator.
Very. And then you're getting manipulated by your fool of a husband. But actually I still like Marcel, even though he don't treat Tisha right. I actually still like him. He's the only one I actually like on the show, and Mel. That's it.
He was in the blogs this week. They was going in on him.
Yes, I saw.
Yes, well, you saw the let's talk about the Twitter gate scandal with this Deshauna person or whatever. Well, he went on live to debunk what she was saying, and he started calling I don't want to disrespect the lady's show, but he started calling All About the Tea, the lady that does All About the Tea with the emoji. I don't know if you've seen her before. The All About the Tea show.
Her emoji. I never saw her face.
Well, no one has. She says it's for security. But he started calling it All About the Pee, as in urine. And so yes.
Oh, wow.
He was calling it All About the Pee.
Yeah, because I saw the girl was going in on her saying that she keeping all the money and everything.
Wait, who's keeping all the money?
The girl for All About the Tea, like all those super chats and the money she get from YouTube, she don't give it to none of her staff. She keeps every single dime for herself. Like she was.
Well, those people. See, I don't know if they're her staff because I've been following her for, I guess, a year now. She always has people that she does the shows with. So I thought they like these people that she have on now. Of course, I've never heard of them. Like when she used to have people on her show, she would have like other popular YouTubers. But these people, I feel like they were just like on the come up. So I feel like why would she give money to them? And then with those super chats, YouTube gets like 50% of it. So she only gets half.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. So that you don't get the full money. So if you give somebody $4, YouTube is taking $2 off top.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, that's trifling.
That's why a lot of YouTubers will say, hey, cash at me, do this, do that, or subscribe to my Patreon, because they get more money out of that versus YouTube. It's good to get a super chat, but they're not getting money unless you really, really are giving some big dollars. That's why
I'm giving like $50.
well, that's why when I give super chats, if you've noticed, I always give like $20 when I've done super chats to
Yeah.
people so they can get at least 10.
See, I didn't know that. I be ranging mine. I'll give. See, and my problem is I'll give them period throughout the show. Now that I know everyone I give, they taking half. I might just get one lump sum.
It's better to cash app them.
That's crazy.
So yeah, but it's like even if she's not giving those guests the money, they're still getting promo because they all have their own YouTube channels. And I went to like one of them, the Schoolboy. Schoolboy, she only has just 1,000 subscribers. So she's getting subscribers off of being on the show. That's to me, that's enough in itself because she's allowing her to get monetized off of that. So
yeah, I saw. Did you see? Well, I don't know why they call her coleslaw.
oh, Ariane with her, did she get her butt done?
Preach yesterday coming at Mel.
I saw like a few days ago. Did she do new ones? A few days ago.
So I might have been late on it. I saw that she was saying, basically calling Mel out, saying Mel was out there in hotels with other men and stuff. But my thing is,
sucking peen.
They're divorced. Why are you caring about the ex-wife? 2, did you witness this, or did the man who you was cheating with say this because he was cheating with you? And also, old boy was putting up Easter pics of Mel. Did you see that? Mel with the kids?
Yes, I saw it on IG. He put up Easter pics. But let me tell you about Arian. This all spewed from Melody's interview with Tasha K. So on Friday, Melody interviewed with Tasha K, and I don't even remember the whole part, but apparently in their interview, she mentioned something about somebody being a hoe. And that's where Ariane, you see her tweets talking about, well, if how I'm a hoe and you the biggest hoe and blah, 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 you in hotels. Like she sounds like an idiot listening to Martell. How is it that Martell stopped dealing with her because she didn't suck peen? But yeah, she's supposedly in these hotels sucking somebody else's peen. Do that make any sense?
That's why I'm like, that made no sense. And then did you hear the last episode that she actually was sucking it? Mel was for Martell.
Oh yeah,
he was just lying.
That. Yeah, no, she's been said that. Yeah. I think Martell, and I might retitle this show to Martell Holt because I like when I title it him, I get a lot of views. But Martell is a narcissist, and no matter what you do, he's not going to ever be satisfied. And so when you know these groups that we're in, which I be debating on whether or not I want to get out of them because they hate Melanie for some reason. I've never seen so much. Like, I'll say this: when I first started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, I liked all the characters. I had no favorites. It was times that I did not like Melanie because of what she did, but because they hate her so much, it makes you like her because it's like, damn, what does she do? The lady is just on the show. Of course, she's the star. If her and Martell pitched the show to Carlos King, which is the story, why wouldn't she not be the star? Like, make that make sense for me. What the hell is the problem? And then they be calling the people that like her mellometer. Well, she calls her fans mellometers, and they be calling them melon heads and all that other stuff. But I don't know where the hate comes from. And so, for some reason, they cannot stand the fact that Melody has moved on. She has her little song. She's not thinking about Martell. And then every move that she makes, for some reason, they think it's shady. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. They hate. Now, you know, I'm a big Beyonce fan. They hate Melody like they hate Beyonce. I've never understood why people hate Beyonce either. So.
The jealousy. It's like when you're thriving in your own way, people don't like to see that. And that's what bothers me more than anything. When people say things so negative, but they claim they want you happy, they want you to succeed, they want good for you. And then when you do have good and you go exceptionally better, then you prove it to be better and a better outcome, then the first thing they do is talk about you, ridicule you and everything for no reason. I don't understand where the hate came from, because in the beginning of the seasons and everything, they love Melanie.
Yeah.
And now it's like ever since Tisha came with that mean girl, like I feel like Tisha a mean girl. First of all, she blocked me, but I feel like she
Oh,
a mean girl.
tell us the story about Tisha blocking you.
That's the
I
thing.
want to
I
hear that.
don't even know why she blocked me. So I do know that Marcel liked two of my cook, but it was food. Like it was cooking pictures. Two of my pictures on Instagram, but it was just for my chef page. So I didn't understand what the problem was. And I was following her. And Marcel was I mean, not that fool. Marcel was following my Chef Hana page. And then I went back. I'm not blocked from him, but when I went to watch her live, I was like, oh, she blocked me. I don't know why she blocked me. Like I don't get why I'm blocked.
But didn't you say you made some comments about her somewhere?
Oh, that was on Instagram. I was saying Marcel was a little bit more business minded, but I still like Tisha. But I never said
Oh.
nothing evil. He was asking. He was in a live asking about business savvy, like giving telling people what to do, whatever. And then Tisha was actually being unprofessional, jumping in, like sit to the side. This is not your lane. And I was like, I was listening, and I was like, okay, so you a little bit more business savvy than Tisha. I said, but that's cool. Y'all work together. But she
Mm-hmm.
blocked my ass. I
That
don't know
is
why I'm blocked.
hilarious to
Like
me.
I still don't like. Why would you just find my page and block me?
Yeah, that is so strange. Now I like Tisha. I don't like how people put Tisha and Melody against each other in these groups that like on Facebook. But um yeah, I don't like the way Tisha is with Kimmy and that whole scenario. Now with Mel, I feel like Tisha has a valid reason to be mad at Mel because
Really?
Mel keep oh yeah, when Mel if I think I said it before. If somebody is coming to me telling me, "Oh, your husband is not who they think he is," I'm going to be like, "Well, tell me what he is." And then if they don't produce receipts, I'll be like, "Okay, so now you're playing with me or like you trying to get beat up. Like which one?"
But I see. I don't. The only reason why I said that because it's not like she came off the rip. They were going back and forth and arguing, and Tisha was being even though my husband ain't ish right now. He cheating. Tisha was being real disrespectful, and that's when Mel came out. But I really do feel. But my thing is, you mad at Mel still, but you're not mad at your mom, and your mom says worse.
Yeah,
Your
I
mom
just
says
feel
worse
like
things about your man cheating.
it's not that what Mel is saying is bad. It's the simple fact that I'll say this, Hannah. If take you and Bert, if I came to you and was like, "Oh, he's not what you think he is," but I'm not really telling you what it is, I think you would feel some type of way. You'd be like, "Okay, tell me what's going on. Like, what's the tea? What's
But I'm
tea?"
gonna go to him.
But and that's what she did. But if she said if she went to Marceau, Marceau of course was like, why would you even think something like that? But
And that's not the answer.
Mel, Melody kept saying it. And my thing is she keeps saying it. And that's the only thing that I don't like about Melody. She keeps saying it. Because I would wanna if you're gonna bring it out there, let's lay it all out. Let's lay it all out.
Bro, I also feel like I do feel like Melody know a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Melody, even though Tisha like, oh, you trying to ruin my marriage and everything, I feel like Melanie is trying to keep some stuff because if she do bust out and say everything, then she will be the cause, like the real cause of losing y'all losing y'all marriage.
How? Because
And I'm only
he
saying
did
that
it.
because I went in that situation where I
Yeah.
told my cousin, I literally caught her husband cheating, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell my cousin, and she hated me, and they're divorced now. 5 years later, he had a baby. That's how the truth came out. But she hated me, and that was my family. Like we used to be out everywhere. You see her, you see me. Me and all three of my cousins was together, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell my cousin the truth. But instead of her being mad at her husband, she didn't talk to me. She didn't let our kids play together. Like it got really bad. And then when she had the baby, now I don't talk to her now. But she tried to come back like we're cool. I don't talk to her now because that was disrespectful. Like, no, I don't care, I'm good. But now she wants to, be back family again. I'm not in that place because when I just tried to tell you as my family, you cursed me out and got mad, told our kids and everything. So I kind of feel like Mel knows some things and she giving hints, but I feel like if she tells it, it's going to be worse for her. Like
Yeah.
Tisha could
Well,
just
Hannah,
live herself.
best believe I understand. I'll have to tell you off camera about that. I was gonna do a
I,
story time about it, but I decided not to do that story time. But yeah, I'll have to tell you. I will tell you the story off camera. But yeah, I love A Marriage Huntsville. I love this show. It's coming back for a third season.
it
Carlos King,
is.
yeah, Carlos King did talk about a spinoff. I don't know who would have the
I
spinoff.
thought Mel wasn't filming.
She just kept saying that was okay. When they showed the clip of her saying she wasn't filming, it was before the show started. So so she found out about Marcel cheating in 2017. It came up again right before filming started, and so she called Carlos King and was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna do the show because this is coming out. I don't want to do it." And he talked her into still doing it a week before they started filming. So she agreed to go on with it. And then for this season again, with the baby and all that coming out, that's when she said she didn't know if she was even going to film this season. So now I understand why they don't have a reunion. But some reason them damn people in them groups act like they don't understand all this. And they feel like Melanie brought the cheating to the show for the drama. I mean, to become famous, but I don't think so. I truly
Yeah.
I truly believe that she found out beforehand. And this is my thing: when you're doing business, and this is what tells me these people aren't business people. If I've signed on for a show and I've signed contracts and I know it's gonna be somewhat about relationships, why not show it all? Like this has come out, and then she wanted to run away. Carlos King talked her into doing it. So why not do it? Why not show the raw emotion? Because that's going to be good TV. They will pick it up. We know that from the past organization we were in. We were going to shoot that whole show built around the situation that happened a few months ago when I was in Dallas, and the whole, I'm not going to say the names, but the whole walk to the car and all that. We wanted to do a show on that drama, that's good TV. So why not? I just don't understand why people knock her hustle. I don't understand that at all. Like, she's a businesswoman. And so Carlos King saw something in her. So just keep it moving. They made the show good, because I swear when I was watching it at first, I thought it was going to be boring. I'm like, oh, who wants to hear about this damn comeback group and all this other bullshit? Sorry, excuse my language. But all this other bull about real estate, I mean, real estate is interesting, but if I want to do that, I can go take a class and learn.
Okay.
Yeah, but when it came out that he was cheating in that first season, I was like, damn, let me get my popcorn. This has gotten good. So,
Popcorn. I'm glad
yes.
you told me about it because I was not watching it. I didn't even watch reality TV.
Yeah.
And also, you're not telling my business before I will. If I agree to do a show live, I'm gonna put my business, because what the side chick is not gonna do is come out and capitalize on my story and sell it to blogs and make coin. No, I told my own side, so it's gonna be out there front and center. And but I know one thing: they better not bring her on this show.
I know that.
I
Even if
don't
they
even
bring
want to
her
hear
on,
the audio.
I'm gonna be doing a YouTube channel. I mean, a YouTube show every day talking about vote the chick off.
Yes, because first of all, I'm sorry, I'm being point blank period. Side chicks gets no respect from me
Yeah.
at all. I don't
But
want to hear, oh, we had a connection. Yeah, but if he's still married and he died, you ain't coming to the funeral because you decide.
but have you seen clearly the side chicks in those groups we're in,
It's
especially
a
that?
lot of side chicks in that group. You can tell
Yes.
who's the side chicks and who's not. You get no rights being a side chick. You get no benefits. You don't get any type of respect. You're on the side. You're not the main
Yeah.
course. You're not
And
the
what if,
main choice.
even though I know she will not do this, what if her and Martell decide to get back together and decide that they want full custody of that side baby and be like, we're gonna raise this child
And
with our kids?
look at Ludacris and all that. That stuff does happen.
Yeah, it's nothing that side chick could do about that, because if they can prove that they have a better household for that child, they can get custody of that child.
And money counts.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like I know that I didn't see it, but people were saying like this weekend. Did you see last weekend they were all on the group saying that her and Martell was out in the club and out in Huntsville, and she got mad because he wouldn't get into the live video with her.
What? No,
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
put him
see
out in
that.
all these groups and blogs. Like she kept trying to put him in a live, and he was in it like.
No, I
Yeah,
did not see that.
yeah, like it's. And I honestly feel like Martell want his family back.
Oh yeah,
He wants
definitely.
his family.
Cause
Like
you,
the grass is not good, and I feel like he thought that. Oh, I put Mel through so much stuff. She took it, but when she actually filed, he couldn't take it because she took so much stuff before that.
yeah, and
And when
you
you take
know,
a lot, they don't expect you to leave them.
with us, we've been married before. Married life is a hard life to walk away from
Yep.
because what people don't understand when you marry somebody, that person is actually a part of you. Like just like your children are a part of you, your husband or your wife is a part of you. You spend every day with them. You have finances tied to them. You have both families will know each other. People
Yep.
are used to seeing you together. So it's hard to walk away from something that's so normal. That's like it is kind of like a death in the family because when you get divorced, you are going back to being single and taking a person that was a part of your life every day 24/7 out of your life. And sometimes that's hard for people because you have so much tied together. And I don't think these people understand that. Like Melanie gave him chance after chance, and I commend her for walking away right now because in the end, can I say I would have walked away? No. I would have said we're gonna, and this is me, people might think I'm crazy, but I would have said we're gonna take this child. We have these businesses together. I want this foundation for my kids. I want them to grow up together. Because a lot of times we think about our kids and I'll be like, we need to go to counseling, you need to get together, and that would have been the end of it. I can't say I would have been strong enough to leave like she did. And so, especially with having 4 kids at the age that she is and being married to him for 12, 13 years, I don't know if I will walk away from that. So yes, it's a lot. When you finally get married, because when I was single, it was easy for me to say like, oh hell no, if he cheat the first time, I am out the door, blah blah blah. But you realize though, am I really gonna let this side hoe over here sacrifice or take away my marriage and everything that I built with this person, all of my money, just because I'm mad at the situation? And then he's not even gonna be with her. That's another thing. They don't be with a side chick. Once they single, they go and do whatever the hell they want to do, and then they find somebody else. So am I gonna let this person that he's not even gonna be with tear up what I've built? So that is how I think with being married. Now, I don't know what you want to say. Hey,
So
Bree.
hey Brie, I was actually in Melanie's shoes, so I see why she
Mm-hmm.
left because I was married for 10 years and it was okay until year 2. Actually,
Yeah.
no, it was bad the first 6 months. We separated. I left, came back, and it was good for about a year and a half. Then after that, it was just like spurts of horribleness, like people think, oh, you just got a physical abuse or cheating, but it could be more than that. Like just the blatant disrespect and everything, it can
Mm-hmm.
cause you to get to that point to be like, you know what, at this point, it takes you a while, but I'm gonna leave. But I say this, I only left because my kids got getting older and my son realized at the time I wasn't happy. And when my son realized it and I didn't even know the kids knew, I'm like, oh, I gotta go because my kids can't see. That's not healthy for your children. I feel like Melanie having 4 kids might be a reason too why she decided to divorce because
Mm-hmm.
yes, you got a lot tied, you got a lot of assets, you got a lot of everything. But when your kids start to really see things and it's
Yeah.
something healthy for them, then you have no choice but to leave. Because I'm gonna be honest, I can say that if my kids didn't know, I probably would be stuck still miserable.
Yeah.
And
See
because
what?
I always said I'm not going to get married to get divorced and all that, but when I think everybody leaves for different reasons, so I don't know why her reasoning now after all the years of the bullcrap, But
Well,
sometimes it takes that one little small thing that make you say, like, you know what, bye.
yeah. Well, to me, the baby is a constant
Oh
reminder.
yeah, hell yeah.
My first marriage ended because my first husband got another woman pregnant. Um, and it was a situation. We were together off and on 10 years. And so of course I had a child by somebody else while we were not together. And then when we reconnected, he knew I had a child. He wanted to adopt my son, but my son's father wouldn't give up his rights. So we got together. It was still long distance because my first husband was military. He was in the Navy. And he was just doing him throughout the marriage. And at that time, I couldn't, the cheating aspect, I'm not gonna say I could take it, but I asked for a separation, and in our separation, we both dated other people. And then I remember I got into, I totaled one of my cars. I, I totaled two of them actually, but he ended up having to buy me a car because at that time I had already totaled two cars that my name was on, so my credit was like shot. So he bought me a car, and he was like, "We're gonna work in our relationship." I guess he liked the fact that he was taking care of his wife, and he wanted to work it out. And then 6 months later, I guess the girl was pregnant, and he's telling me, "Oh, we have to get a divorce. I'm gonna marry her." And so by then, I hadn't even processed the fact that he had a baby on the way, where I could say like, "Oh, I'm leaving." No, he was like, he's leaving because he got this girl pregnant. And
Wow.
my first husband was like oh, thank you, Bree. She said, "I'm glad y'all found some great men now. Y'all really deserve it. Thank you." But no, my first husband was that stand-up guy. So I understood, me knowing him, if he gets a woman pregnant, he does not want to bring up a child like how he was brought up. He doesn't want a broken home. So I respected that. But my thing was, when we were going through our divorce, or when we were separated, don't come back to me like we're working things out when you had other stuff going on. That's what I don't respect. That's what I don't respect. And so I respected the fact that he wanted to leave to raise his child with this girl, because at that point I wasn't in love with him anyway. And a good friend of mine that we both know, a mutual friend, a guy friend, helped me through that situation. And I remember I had to go down to the courthouse in Dallas and sign them papers. And I could have asked for alimony and all that. And that guy friend was like, he said, you just let it go. You're going to feel so much better when you let it all go. Don't try to keep fighting over stuff like that. It'll be a release off of you. Cause he said, when you come into work every day, he could like see the stress in my face. And so that is why. And when my ex-husband had my car repo from the job, he was one of the ones chasing the repo too. So that is why I ride for that person at times. Even though we might fall out from time to time, he's always gonna have a place in my heart. But he told me, he was like, you need to just let it go. Like, you will feel so much better. And I listened to that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that advice. I signed the divorce papers, and all of a sudden things started happening in my favor. Like, I got my own place where I didn't have to need anybody, got my own car that my ex-husband tried to take. But I'm like, yeah, you gonna try to take this? We divorced. Bye. But things started happening in my favor, and I feel like that's what's happening to Melody. She's walked away from it all, and she's glowing. And so I know she's gonna find somebody else, because she looking too good. She looking too good. She's too happy. Yeah, she's feeling herself. I just hope the next person she finds, I know it's gonna be somebody she deserves, because we've both met people that do treat us well when they want to. But 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 Melody is gonna find that person, because she is glowing so good, and Martell is hating it. That's why he posted pictures of them together on Instagram. And if I was Arian, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, you got a new child.
And
How
you
you
know what made her look stupid?
Yeah.
That morning he was posting his ex and his family, and then like she tweet and call her out. No, you need to curse him out.
Well, those tweets were from Friday or Saturday.
Oh, see, I didn't see him in the group until Sunday.
Yeah, I started following her on Twitter as soon as, because I follow her on IG. Oh yes, girl.
I do follow her on IG?
So, she did a story. And so she showed her new Twitter page. This was Friday. I was like, oh, shoot, let me go ahead and start following her on Twitter.
I didn't even know she was on Twitter.
She put up those tweets. People started going into her. She made her page private and locked her tweets. And so now I don't think she can get new followers. So I'm one of the lucky ones that's there because I was like her 20th follower.
Why would she kind of know people was gonna go in for her, because just like a lot of people kind of come for Melanie, a lot of people really like her. And my thing is, everybody was saying, like, my thing is, when Melody was on the show saying, "Oh well, you let her disrespect me, like you let your mistress be disrespectful to me, your wife." First of all, I'm not no player, but rule number one, we all know, you don't talk trash about your main to the side. Even if it's true, even if it's not, you keep it separate. And he up there pillow talking with the side chick. And then, pillow lying to the side chick. And she's eating it up and believing it.
That should tell the side chick, though, that he still has feelings for his wife. Anytime someone talks bad about their ex, they still have feelings for them. And good evening, Andre. I'm doing well. He said, he has to, I guess I'm going to have to come back down south. Yes, this is Kanar's cousin. He's a chef too. So Andre, I have Hannah on. Hannah's a chef. Andre is a chef, and his food be looking good as well. Both of y'all have some good food. But thanks for watching, Andre. But anytime somebody is talking bad about their ex, that's a clear sign that they're not over them. So
posting them.
Oh yeah.
I want to see a poster yet.
Yeah. When I saw that, I fell out. I was like, what?
I mean, then he posted like 4 pictures though. It wasn't just one. He posted a slide, and then the last slide, it had a nerve to be Melanie and his mother.
Yes. One of the pictures though, you know, in those groups, they was like, he could have cropped Melanie out. But I'm like, y'all, see, he didn't.
He didn't. One of them, he could have just put the kid. He purposely. And then he purposely put Mel and his mom.
Yep. The two women he adored in his life.
What if that baby isn't really Martell's?
I'm thinking it is, though. Oh, I don't know, because he's never claimed the child. That's
what he has 4 kids. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Did you see the live with Tisha? I had to watch on YouTube because she blocked me. But anyway, at the end when Marcel was like, I have 4 kids. No, he said, I got 4. And Tisha was like, no, we had 3, we wanted 4. He was like, no, I got 4, and we'll see it on the next season. But he was drunk. Yes, I screen recorded it.
I cannot wait.
He was drunk. So he was drunk the whole life. He came on here slurring, glassing, tripping.
See, I need to get Lashita on here, and it's a girl that she works for me. She's one of my employees, but she lives in that area, and I want to have her on, but I can't because first of all, my employees don't even know I have this channel. But she lives in that area, and I asked her once. We did a little Zoom happy hour, and so I asked her, I was like, do you see them? She was like, no. She said, if they weren't even on the show, I wouldn't even know they exist. She said, they don't know nothing about them. Most people in Huntsville, including Lashita, say they know nothing about them.
Yeah, Huntsville is not that big, is it?
Oh, Andre, you want to come on live? we're talking about the show. I'll see you the link. I'm gonna put the link in the Oh, Kanar said, "Come on, cuz." What are you gonna talk about, Andre? I just put the link in the comments, so you can come on. I'm gonna see what you're gonna talk about.
I just hope. I don't know. Listen, I really believe Marcel had that. Listen, I always thought it was something fishy that he went and got a vasectomy without his wife knowing.
Oh yeah.
How your wife come home? How you come home that day and you like, oh, I got a vasectomy? What?
Mm-hmm.
And then your mother-in-law pick you up. Look, him and Wanda might be. It's like, no. Wanda, you thicker than a Snicker. You'd flirt with anybody at this point. If you know I wish you would tell my mom, oh, you thicker than a Snicker. Okay.
Well, Andre, I don't know what you're talking about. Stop playing the real. I don't know. Andre, my link is in the comments so you can watch it. I mean, you can click on it. Make sure you click on it. But no, so do you know in one of those groups they said Marcel was messing with the mama? And I was like, these people done took it too far now. Like, what? Like, what are y'all doing?
Because how she called the insurance company, she know a little bit too much.
That's because her daughter act like she can't handle business. Well, I don't want to say too much because I don't want her to block me. I don't know what she looks at, but her daughter seems like she needs a lot of help with things, and so maybe that's what one thing that she helps her with with her business.
All right, we'll go with the politically correct answer.
Now, come on now, him and Miss Wanda, come on. Marcel, I'll say this. I think he is a very clever man. I've never disliked him. I know in the groups they think he's ugly and he has baby teeth and all that. But Marcel,
I never even saw his teeth.
If I was single and he was single, Marcel is the type of guy that I would talk to. Him and my husband are actually the same age. So he's not bad. Now as for the misogyny and all that part I wouldn't take because I got a mouth on me. That's the problem when I go on Real Talk for Real Men. I have a mouth on me, and girl, and people, let me tell y'all. So make sure you support my friend Lee Black on Real Talk for Real Men. He's now a part of TFG as well. So make sure you support them as well. But that show on Saturday, them questions was very disrespectful. I'm sorry. The questions I didn't answer, I was like, come on now. And then they were calling BS to some of the stuff we were saying. I'm like, when have we had a chance to call BS? So make sure y'all check it out. Go to his YouTube channel today. You can see the Saturday show because we got it in on that show.
It's supposed to be a part 2 of Men and Women on Wednesday.
Oh Lord. So make sure y'all watch on Wednesday. We might be going off on each other, but it's very, very entertaining. Very deep discussions, but we get it in. And then sometimes I have to pull back with what I say because certain things trigger me. I don't know if you noticed, I get triggered by a lot of stuff, and I'm getting better. I'm trying to be more professional on these shows. What did you say?
So look at the growth.
Because old me, either I would have just dropped out of the show and be like, I ain't doing this goddamn show no more, or I be going off on the people. But no, I've learned that it's okay to disagree. Everything is not a personal attack against me. So that is growth. I'm trying to grow here. Because
I'll get there.
Yeah, most of these people are my friends, and I support their channel, and I would never want to represent their channel in a negative way. So that is why I pull back and I try to be grown about things. But no, what'd you say?
I said I loved it.
Oh, where's your drink at?
Right here.
Oh, so you stopped drinking it. But let's talk about
slow sips is big as hell.
Let's talk about what else was we supposed to talk about? I just said I guess hot topics. So my show, I don't like to make it too serious. I love reality TV. I can talk about it all day because that's what I watch. But I know some of the hot topics that was going on were let me put this up. What's his name? What's the little boy that made the devil music?
Lil Nas X.
Yes, Real Nas X. So I like Real Nas X. I like his first song. The second song, I don't know how I feel about it. I have not watched the video. I don't like, even though right now I'm a spiritual person, I'm not necessarily involved in the church, but I grew up in the church. I don't want to, because of how I've grown up, even though I know they say he's trolling Christians or whatever, I just don't want that spirit. So that's why I haven't watched it. And I know some people might not like what I say, but I don't want, even he can be trolling whatever. Oh my God, it's like little fly in here. he can be trolling or whatever, but I still am about the Holy Ghost. So I don't want that spirit. I don't want to watch the video. I don't want nothing to do with the shoes. I will support Little Nas X and who he is as a person, because as a Christian, I'm told to love everybody regardless of what they do. I can't judge them. But with the devil and all that, I'm not watching that. But I will support Little Nas X in his music endeavors. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not buying anything with 3 6s at all. Point blank end of period. So I don't know why those Nike sold out. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna start on that, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion about that. My only problem with the whole sneaker thing. Secondly, first of all, don't 666 in that human blood or whatever. They going too far. But I feel like, why didn't the company sue? Why didn't Nike sue when they made the Jesus Walks? The same company. They said they made walk on water Jesus Walk shoes, and y'all didn't sue. Y'all saying people plagiarized and they did this and that. You should sue for both sides.
Well, why would they sue against Jesus?
No, they're suing against no permission to use it, but they didn't have permission to use before. So my thing is, if that's your lawsuit, then you should have sued before. I'm not saying he's right, but don't let one thing go and then sue something just because of the backlash from that. Because you're not suing. You're not even suing because you disagree with it. You're suing because of the backlash. Because if the first sneakers had the backlash, they would have sued then. But because there was no backlash, they didn't even give a crap. So my thing is, don't act like you care. Oh, I'm suing because this is wrong. No, you suing because of the backlash, because you would have sued before from someone else taking your thing.
But if it's no backlash,
USPS is suing Nike. Did you see that?
Who?
USPS, United States Post Office.
Why are they suing Nike?
Because Nike took the United States Postal Service symbol and slapped it on Nikes without permission.
Oh my goodness.
So
but no,
going
back to what you were saying, I feel like it would be easier for them not to sue as it relates to Jesus versus the devil. So
it's your company. You can sue whatever you want.
I think they would get, well, I'll just say this. I have my bachelor's degree is in sales and marketing. With me being a marketing major, why would I cause attention to myself suing somebody as it relates to Jesus versus suing somebody as it relates to the devil? So that's why I do that.
If they have if that company has a good defense attorney, they will definitely bring up the fact that you could have sued before. So it's not that they're suing, it's what the basis of what they're suing on. So you can sue anybody, but if you're putting in a description why you're suing and what you were, and it's not totally true, that's going to get thrown out, and he's going to wind up winning in the end, and they're just going to be wasting money. Nike can afford to waste money. Yeah.
A little light
landed on. I did watch the video. Hey Lee. I did watch the video, and I don't agree with the video at all. I'm a PK, so I don't even I have not been in church. I can't lie. I have not been in church in a couple of years. Well, besides funerals and stuff, but I have not been in church for a couple of years. But I do not agree with the video. I don't condone it. However, the one part I saw, I'm not saying I agree with it, but the one part I saw as to why, like the visual effects I don't know why he was sliding down to the pole to hell, but I get why he did that, because a lot of people feel as though if you gay, you going to hell, and they say it so much. Like, okay, just because you feel as though someone's had homosexuality, you cannot say they're going to hell, because you judging them might send you to hell if that's in your heart. So you don't really know, but I don't condone it, but I kind of see where his vision was going. But yeah, I will never watch that video again. I felt like I need to go to the altar and pray after that. But I watched it just to see what everybody was talking about, because I didn't even know till a couple of days later of what happened. And then I saw actually Lee live, and he was talking about it. I was like, let me just watch this. And I was like, oh, Jesus, what is going on? Where's the holy oil?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. And shout out to Lee Black, Real Talk for Real Men. Make sure you subscribe. We was just talking about your show, Lee.
We literally was just talking about Lee.
Yes. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you watch this past Saturday's episode with the women and our opinions, because it got kind of crazy on there. This week he's gonna have the men. And on Wednesday, I believe it's gonna be both men and women, and we're talking about divorce. But I too, can you get the baby? I too saw Lee's show about Lil Nas X, and I didn't want to watch the video. I just couldn't watch it. Even the clip that Lee showed, I couldn't watch it at all. And I don't know. And maybe I'm not even gonna say it's a Christian in me, but I'm just all about spirits and all that. I don't want that spirit
I feel you.
in my household.
I feel you. I understand that 100%. Because of people say, "Oh, you think of this, you think wrong," but sometimes spirits are attached to things. And I ain't know he's going spiritual tonight, but but I agree your reasons, and I feel like when some people feel as though they judge when you don't want to do something, you want to do something. I feel like we all have a choice to make. So some people might not agree with it. Some people might. I personally don't agree with it. I watched it. I will never watch it again. Like, I really, you ever watch something and afterwards you're like, what the heck did I just see?
See, I don't watch that stuff. I stay away from
horror though. I do love horror.
I don't watch horror movies either.
I love horror movies. Somebody has to die or scream. I don't need flicks and romance. I don't need somebody gotta die.
That spirit and this Hannah, this leads into everybody soon he said he felt like if he could watch The Exorcist, I could watch it. Well, yeah, I didn't watch The Exorcist, so
you didn't watch The Exorcist?
No, I don't watch any exorcism type stuff. I don't watch none of that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have to watch horror.
Horror movies are his favorite. Back in the day when I was a child, I liked horror, but I was more Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason. I'm not all with that exorcism and the spirits and all that. Like, even the movie Ghost scares me because there were little demons in there.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. With that.
So you don't mind horror. I think Bert and I saw every horror movie known to man. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't do that.
But you don't mind horror. You just don't like spirits and things.
I don't like the things with the spirits.
My mom is big on, she don't like spirits or anything with demons or anything. It's like if it's scared, she'll watch like maybe a thriller. But however, if it comes like demons and what's the movie Insidious and stuff, she don't want any of that because she feels as though. But I know why my mom like that. Like, I grew up before my mom got remarried. I grew up in an apostolic church, so they felt as though going to the movies was a sin because spirits was going to attach to you. So I kind of see why my mom has that still, because I mean, when you grow up with something so much. So I kind of understand that, but
I grew up.
Anybody views and opinions of why they don't do certain things.
I grew up Kojic, and Kojic is like that as well. As they say, I'm fifth generation Kojic or whatever. So the spirit is a big thing where even when somebody is shouting or talking and speaking in tongues and all that, you're not supposed to look at them. You're just supposed to stay looking forward. Because if you look in them, whatever spirit is in them will jump in you. Yeah. Kanara said he does love those dark movies, and I hate it because he'll be to go to sleep. He'll watch like the Tales from the Hood 2 or 3 where it's just real demonic. And I told him, I said, stop playing this demonic stuff around my children. Lee said horror movies give you a reason to snuggle with the hubby. I ain't snuggling.
What the heck? Not you not snuggling.
No, I'm not watching it. But no, I wanted to talk about it in the next. I'm not scared of Beetlejuice. I don't know why he put that on there. But
come on.
In the next few weeks, I wanted to, and this is something that I talked about a month ago. So I want to do a religious show about Black religion, and I wanted to have like Lee on there because I know Lee used to be a Jehovah's Witness. I know you grew, like you said, you grew up Apostolic Holiness. I grew up Holiness. There's a couple other people. My husband is Church of Christ. So I want to talk about Black religion and how it is affecting us today, and how a lot of us are
I did too.
walk
I was
away from
apostolic and then went to Kojic. So I have, there's a difference.
Yeah. Well, it's still holiness. I do know that it's a difference because the apostolic people used to come and visit our church, and they have, now we shout. They had a tell like, woo, woo, woo. They be doing that in the
prayer
apostolic
clothes
church.
as a kid, skirts to my ankles.
So in
Lord.
Kojic, you know, we wear the hats, we wear the skirts down to our ankles, and we shout. It's all about shouting and getting up. You're not saved until you've gotten the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
Yes, and what are they? Well, my cousin Kenny, he knows. I don't know where he's at, but I want to do this show. It's going to be a more serious show because you guys know, my show is more light.
On that show.
Yeah, I'm not drinking either. My show is more lighthearted. I talk more about shows, but this is one of the serious topics that I want to talk about. Two of my friends that I've had previously on my show that are psychologists, doctors of psychology, they want to be a part of that episode as well. So it'll be a panel of probably like 8 to 10 people. But we are going to talk about the Black church. We're going to tackle it. And I want to start all the way back to Nat Turner. Because if you know the story of Nat Turner, he used to be a preacher that they would send into different plantations to get the slaves in line based off of the Bible. But it was scriptures that he would use that basically was saying the slaves submit to your master and all that. And then he revolted. He figured out that what he was saying was not right. And so, here go my cousin, Andre.
What's up, cuz?
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. I'm adding you. You joined right when I was talking about religion in my next show, but what did you want to talk about? What did you want to talk about, Andre?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I hear him.
We hear you. Well, you can't hear me? Turn up your volume. I'm going to put it in the comments.
Log out and come back in.
I'm going to type that in the comments for him. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna remove him so he can come back. But let me see. Can you hear us, Andre? Can you hear us?
Is this Bluetooth off? Is it connected somewhere else?
Can you hear us?
I can't even hear him this time.
He can't hear us. Kanar, text your cousin and let him know that he needs to come in and come out or something. But no, we know that Nat Turner basically was using the Bible at first to get the slaves in line, and then he revolted. And so my thing was Christianity put in place to keep us in line as a people, and then we just continue to follow it off of blind faith. So I want to talk about that. My mother, I've gotten backlash from that because my mother's like, "What are you doing? You're gonna do a show on this?" So that'll be coming soon. I want to talk about it. Did you text Andre? Can you hear us, Andre? Andre, can you hear us?
I can see, but I can't hear y'all.
I can hear him perfectly fine.
Tell him we can hear him. Call him. But I've been going for 59 minutes. So we can go a little longer since we didn't do a Friday show. I meant to send the message to the other ladies that I usually do the show with to have more ladies on, but I forgot. I was tired. So what'd you say, Hannah?
Say you and I both.
Yes. Are you ready to sign off, or you want to talk for a few more minutes?
We can talk for a few more. It's your show.
Yes. So
I do. I know it's a hot topic, but I do hope that my favorite rapper is okay.
Who?
DMX.
DMX. Oh yes, I know. That is so sad.
Yeah. And I just saw him in concert in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was still on drugs, to be
That's
honest.
the thing. When I saw him in concert, he was saying so much of how I got a couple of his speeches and stuff that I saved on my phone from the concert, and he was saying that he did say he started drinking a lot more. He said he got to chill with that, but he was saying like his kids made him stop, doing drugs and stuff. And even when he was on Drink Champs last month, Bert and I was watching it, and he was off drugs. He had all his kids there. Like he had all his kids on Drink Champs with Noriega and them, and he was drinking, but he didn't have no drugs. And even Noriega was saying like he I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't putting the bottle down, but he wasn't doing drugs. So I'm like, where the drugs come from now? You was just a month ago you wasn't doing them. Your team knew you wasn't doing them. So what happened now? Or was it drugs? Because the only person who said it was drugs was TMZ.
Yeah.
The lawyer didn't say it was drugs. They say he did have a heart attack. The family didn't say it was drugs, and then every other media outlet is saying allegedly. The only person who actually came out and said it was drugs was TMZ. So I'm not sure what happened, but I mean, they say he did 30 minutes without oxygen. So long. Not
yeah. So that's
long.
not good.
Yeah, 30 minutes without oxygen is a long time. So, I was a little upset this weekend. I was like, damn, that's my favorite. Which, because of the black church, is weird because you're talking about the black church, and I was telling Bert that DMX was my first person I saw outside of Christianity. Like, I was that Christian, and it was everything holy, like church music, everything. I didn't curse, it was everything. And my first concert I went to, not that was a church or religion concert, was Rough Riders and DMX.
See, the way that you are with DMX, that's how I was with Biggie. So when Biggie died, I cried.
I was like, y'all might be hurt.
Yeah, Biggie died on a Sunday. I guess it was March 14th. If I say the date correctly, I
think March 9th, because him and my cousin had the same birthday.
Yeah, March 9th.
Her birthday is his death anniversary, which is March 9th.
But I remember I had to go to church, and my mother kept asking me, "What is wrong with you?" And I could not hide my tears. I cried over Biggie. So I understand. We all have that rapper that is close to us, and Biggie was mine. He came out when I was in the 4th grade with Big Papa, and I just loved him. And then when because Martin came out the same year when I was in the 4th grade, and so he was on the episode of Martin with that One More Chance remix, and yes, OMG. So I know how you feel. I was a Tupac fan, but I didn't like Tupac.
I love Pac.
He was too deep for me when I was a child. See, Biggie was more of a lyricist to me, even though they're both from the East Coast. What people don't realize is Tupac is really Baltimore.
He was from the East Coast.
Yeah, Tupac is really East Coast, but Biggie, to me, was a lyricist, and he the same reason why I like Jay-Z. They know how to rhyme to that beat. They are. I love me some Jay-Z. I'm sorry.
Jay-Z.
I am sorry. Jay-Z is up there with Biggie and Tupac for me. It's the rhyming for me.
It's none of him for me.
Oh, why don't you like?
Yes, Kennard, Tupac for life.
He said Tupac's lyrics got me through some times. No, Biggie had the beats and
spoke like real sugar honey iced tea.
What are you talking about? Jay-Z Dead President's Epic. Did he ever collab with Dead Prez?
No, that was the album, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah, I did. That was the album. That was the older one. It was a couple of whole old albums I like.
I like the Blueprint. I like those.
I don't like Holt.
Oh, I love him. I'm sorry.
I don't like him.
He's one of my favorites.
Does not like this man. I don't like him. I don't care for him.
Wow, that is so crazy.
I mean, I love that he married the queen.
I I love
But
Jay-Z. I'm
no,
sorry.
he's trash.
I liked him over Nas with the takeover. Oh,
Nasir Jones. No, see, that's what we about to disagree this whole last segment. He is not better than Nas. I love Nas.
I like Jay-Z.
That's
I'm
why
a
Nas
Jay-Z
killed
fan.
him on Ether. That's it.
But Jay-Z came back with the takeover.
Nas killed him so bad on Ether. Ho had tried to sign. Ho had to sign him.
But no, I love.
You can't beat him, join him.
Yeah, I love East Coast rappers. That's me.
I do.
One of my other favorites is Talib Kweli. He's underground. And
underground, yep.
So I love the East Coast. I'm more of an East Coast person versus the West Coast, even though I like
you
the
Midwest
old West
though,
Coast.
Right? You're from the Midwest. You're from the Midwest, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Midwest with boom, 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 boom. That's my generation. Now Nelly is more St. Louis, where Nelly sounds like a Southern rapper to me.
But I know Dirty South.
Yeah, people would say his sound is more Midwestern, but he's Southern. But no, Bone, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, that's the Midwest. Kanye, all of that is Midwest. Kanye, Chicago.
Kanye new album gonna be fire after this divorce. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, so that's the Midwest, and then I gotta claim my Milwaukee guy, Cuckoo Cow, in my projects.
That was it. That I remember.
That's
that
Milwaukee, where I'm from. In my projects.
My projects. None of my projects. I definitely remember that. It used to come on the box.
Yes. Yes, it did. So that's
we telling my age now. The kids like the box. What is the box? You telling your age at the box.
I used to order videos on the box and be waiting for them to come on.
Listen,
but,
the box was what I used to. Remember, it's crazy. Now kids could watch stuff. I used to have to call and order your video on the. I ran up so many charges. I didn't know you had to pay. Oh
no, I knew you had to pay. My mother was not playing that.
I kept asking to see "Say My Name" Beyonce. I think it was like 611. Destiny Child, I think it was like 611. Nicole, that's a shame. That's how I know I ordered it too much.
Well, yeah, Kanar said in Midwest, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die. 3 6 Mafia does have a Midwest feel, which is why I like, but they're Memphis. Memphis, to me, at times can be the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
So I love me some 3 6 Mafia, even though they do the devil too. But
I was about to say, they not the devil?
But no, I love them. I love them in MJG and 8-Ball.
Ain't that crazy how Juicy J is Grammy
representing Texas. And what'd you say?
I say, ain't it crazy how Juicy J is a Grammy winner? I'm not a Grammy, an Oscar winner. Who would have thought it?
Of that movie.
But I'm saying, you wouldn't think he would come like you. Then you got to say Oscar winner, like bruh.
Yep. But he's saying all the rappers, the real rappers. This is what I like. I'm showing my age, so y'all should know I'm an 80s baby based off of all of this stuff. And I hate that we're getting old, the 80s babies, because it seemed like we didn't
getting better.
We didn't even get our time to shine.
At 79 and take people girls, you can get old.
Oh yeah. And he looked good too. I'm sorry, Rana. But I was with you.
I didn't even know that was him. I'm like, where the hell is Ron?
I was with you when they were talking to him. When Steve Harvey was talking,
I'm pissed.
I was like, "Where is he on the stage?" And I was like, "I know they keep saying."
You know what's quick? When Steve was like, he has 28 Grammys, 28 platinum albums, and I know Ron has that by himself. And I'm like, okay, it sounded like Ron. It sounded like that's his biography, but where is he? And I'm like, so he was sitting here. I'm like, all right. Then he started talking. I'm like,
yes, and people don't remember though with his wife, because I don't know if
he's from JS.
Exactly. So you do know.
And you know his brother-in-law married the girl that was in Busted with him. The guy, Phil from Earth, Wind and Fire married the girl who was sung Busted. Yeah.
But his Ron's wife, she's 43 now. But I remember when they got married because they were the group and he was managing them. And then he married her, and I was like, what kind of R. Kelly shit is
Then
this?
went to jail.
But
she must keep him young because he's 79.
Yeah. He said he liked him young too.
And we knew that.
I'm younger than her, sir. No, I'm joking. I have my
Ron was taking everybody girl last night. Ron
yes,
he girl at 79.
He looked
good. I'm gonna be honest, he did not look 79.
Yeah, he didn't look 79. He's still in his right mind. And I'm finna put the verses up there. So the verses itself was good. I watched the whole thing. Oh shoot, and I put it in the wrong. I'll just put it right here. I meant to put it on my but I made it as a comment. But the verses was good. Now I'm a big Earth, Wind, and Fire fan because I'm more about the bands. Like I used to being here in Atlanta, especially. I'm gonna say this: I've always liked the band because people don't know I play the violin, and actually, this is my violin right here.
Oh,
I'm gonna play it one day on my YouTube channel. But no, I'm very into instruments and the band, and so I love a big band. And so Earth, Wind, and Fire, it reminds me of like being here in Atlanta. They have 2 amphitheaters. And me and Kennard went where you can hear live band, Frankie Beverly, all of that outside with your drinks and your food, and you sit in the lawn chairs and all that. So that I'm a big Earth, Wind, and Fire fan. Been that since I was a child. That's what my parents listened to. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I love the Isley Brothers too. The only reason why I'm not so into the Isley Brothers, one of my college boyfriends, that was his favorite group. And so we would listen to Footsteps in the Dark, Atlantis, A Voyage to Atlantis, all those songs. And so I stopped listening to them once I broke up with him. And Kennard said, damn, I see you, Ron Isley, with the wife. Kennard, get the I guess you gonna be with the wife and I'm gonna be with the husband.
Ron was like, I got it.
Yeah, because I'm younger than her anyway. I'm younger, a little finer. So I'll take that. Go and be with
I saw you saying that.
But I loved it. I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire, though. You know, I went to an HBCU and the bands play all their songs too. Yeah, and last night, even though the Isley had something, every time Earth, Wind, and Fire turn came, it was like like the horns. It was like they was coming with it.
Listen. All right. I love both groups, both. I am a huge Isley Brother. I literally play them every day in my car. So it felt good for me to see. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire, especially Can't High Love. I wanted to hear Reasons, but I was listening to
Reasons. I thought
I didn't hear Reasons. Can't High Love was my
all 3 hours and 45 minutes of it. It was almost 4 hours.
Show. It was very, very worth it. I didn't think that it was going to be this. I knew it was going to be great, but I didn't think that other people would appreciate it. And I think one thing I really appreciated outside of the great music and the great souls, the fact that they were asking Ron Isley and Irvin with his little bandana on, that was asking you know, when he was saying that when they sung music, it was to compliment a woman. Yeah. And nowadays you don't hear that. Like, it's disrespect through the roof. And I'm like, what happened to the days when men actually did compliment women?
Exactly. What took the cake for me, though, what did it for me was when the Isley Brothers played Choosy Lover, and they said they did that song because they heard Earth, Wind, and Fire's Devotion. Yeah. And they wanted a song like that. And I was like, oh, this is just wonderful. So the fact that they heard, and rest in peace to Maurice White of Earth, Wind, and Fire, that wrote a lot of their songs. One of my favorite Maurice White songs is Fantasy. He wrote the Emotion songs.
I didn't know he wrote for Denise until yesterday.
Yeah, Denise song? Girl, if you go back to my earlier post on Facebook, I put that on my page. Got to be me.
Yes.
That was my song. I'm sorry. I old school fanatic. So
You know what's crazy though? A lot of people. So I knew before. First of all, it's so funny because Bert and I was talking about Shout a couple months ago, and I was like, that's not the Temptation song. That's the Isley Brothers. And when they sang it yesterday, I was on Twitter. A lot of people did not realize that some of those songs, like even the song that they play on Ferris Bueller. Oh my God, cannot remember the name of this title. But Do You Love Me? Whatever. That's the Isley Brothers. But a lot of people don't realize a lot of them covers came from the older generation. And I did like that D Nice at the break. He broke it down and played the covers. I'm like, that's the respect because he let you know.
Especially
and at your best. Like, that's not a Leah song.
Exactly. And to be completely honest, and I hate saying that, but to be completely honest, I am Aaliyah's like number one fan, but I hate it At Your Best. I love the Isley Brothers version of it. And ATL, that movie made me hate it even more. At Your Best was on her first album, and I will say this: I like the remix because like I said, I'm an Aaliyah fan, so I know every Aaliyah song.
Yeah.
But I love the Isley Brothers cover. Aaliyah also redid Choosy Lover, and I like the Isley Brothers version better. And so she was a talented artist as well, but I like their covers of it. And At Your Best, I know people love Aaliyah's version of it, but I like her remix. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the remix, but I like the original better.
I feel like Ron, though, you know how you see like artists like Teddy Pendergrass, Jaheim got the familiar sound, Ruben kind of sound like Luther. It's really hard to match Ron Isley's voice. I have yet to really hear anyone that can sound like him.
It's unique, but like I said, I'm the Elements fan. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. Oh no, I love both too, but I was loving The Whole Night. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire because it reminded me of my HBCU when they played The Stone, because that's the song that was featured in Drumline. Oh, it took me back.
When I heard it, I was like,
yes. So yes, I love The Whole Night. Ron Isley was fine, looking like a zaddy.
A vintage snack.
And do y'all know his brother is actually 69? He's 10 years younger than him. But he looked as young as his brother. His brother Ernie is 10 years younger than him.
Wow. Ernie young too. Ernie, they both don't look their age. They don't look young, but they don't look their age, if that makes sense. I know one thing though, if they ever do like a battle closer, all I need, I just need this battle. It probably won't never happen.
What did you think of
Steve? To see the OJs and Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yeah, I thought Earth, Wind, and Fire should have went against Frankie Beverly and Maze because they're both bands. And I thought the OJs should have went against the Isley Brothers.
Oh, I love the OJs and Frank. Well, Frankie. I used to see Frankie Beverly at the Dell in Philadelphia. Patty, they used to do a concert every year. So,
I love Frankie Beverly. I love the OJs. I love the Gap Band. So I love all those groups.
The Gap Band, and then Charlie can go by himself after the Gap Band. Listen.
Yeah, and I agree, J-Walk. Ernie Isley is the greatest guitarist I know. Yeah, the Beatles patterned themselves off of the Isley Brothers because of that shout. Yep. So I agree, J-Rock. But tell me,
then black people weren't on Billboard yet, like MTV or nothing until Michael Jackson. Once Michael Jackson did Thriller, that's when they were actually inviting black people onto actually MTV and stuff. So a lot of things that they won those groups was before black artists were that main.
You know who they need to do a Verzuz? They need to do Jackson 5 with somebody. Cause
who?
I don't know. Maybe they need their own. Even though Michael is gone, I still want to hear Jackson 5 because I was a big Jackson 5 fan too.
I would like, even though they're not gonna be sober enough, I would like Jodeci and Dru Hill.
Oh yeah, well, it's too. See, I don't think
Cisco ain't nothing but
But let me see. I saw Cisco a few years ago at my homecoming. They came with Silk. Jodeci and Drew Hill to me is not a good matchup because Drew Hill came after Jodeci. To me they were patterned after Jodeci.
Cisco's nothing but Casey.
So they need. I feel like Jodeci needs to go against Silk, or remember Shy.
They don't have enough hits to keep up with Jodeci.
Silk had that whole.
They don't have enough Jodeci.
That meeting in my bedroom.
They don't have enough hits because after like 4, 5, or 6 songs, everybody gonna be like,
yeah.
What is this?
But I think Jodeci should go against Boyz II Men. That's who was
Boyz
out.
II Men.
That's who was out at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Jodeci and Boyz II Men. Joe Levert is going.
Oh yeah. With that LSG.
Johnny Gill and Keith Sweat is still here. Damn, I'm old. I'm knowing everybody.
A-Rock said Silk versus Jagged Edge. I think Jagged Edge should go against Drew Hill.
They already
They
went against 112. I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, those were two groups that were similar.
I didn't see it because they didn't have enough of the people, so there was no need of watching that.
I think I watched a little bit of it, but I
love Jagged Edge. Like,
I think 112 won. I love Jagged Edge too, because that he can love you like I love you. That was my song.
Listen, that song.
But what do
you
Silk and Shy? Because remember, Shy ended.
Okay. And what else?
I know.
It could be Shy and Tevin Campbell. Okay, Jagged Edge and next. Maybe Silk and next.
Yeah. Next, Jagged Edge is gonna win because next.
Yeah, next got like a couple songs. Got 3 songs I really like. I used to like Next. I had their album.
I don't know.
Blackstreet
and Jagged Edge. Blackstreet
and Jagged Edge. But we already sell Teddy, so
Teddy done been a part of a lot of
Teddy actually could have brung Blackstreet on it if he wasn't trying to snatch everything for himself.
But I want to ask you this. Who do you think is going to win with SWV and Escape? So I'm going to just already say mine. I'm team SWV.
I love SWV, but I love Escape. And that's the battle. First of all, I don't even care to see it. Because I really love SWV. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see either because first of all, I don't know if Tiny is guilty or not. So I could care less to see her on stage. And platform at this moment until we figure out was you really part of this, whatever.
What they the girls?
I would support Candy because I am an ambassador of hers, so I would watch that. But Sister with SWV, to me, I listen to like both their songs equally, so I don't really have a winner in this one.
Well, I'm an SWV fan. I was more of an SWV.
I don't like Coco though.
Oh, I love Coco.
I liked her until I saw that.
No one can top her voice.
I liked her when I saw that reality show. That's when I actually did not like her. I loved her up until that point.
Well, her singing voice, I don't think none of them can top her.
Hell no.
Even the Scott sisters and Escape, Latasha and what's the other one?
They can't
top her. So that's why I think SWV is gonna win.
No one can touch Coco.
Coco is SWV, and I like even their most recent song. Let me see if I can play it. I had downloaded one of their most recent songs.
I agree with you with that one because once they start singing live, no one on that stage can touch Coco.
Hopefully, YouTube won't get me.
They might.
Can you hear it?
No, thank you. Say no, playing.
Oh shit!
Total. Oh, I forgot about Total.
Can you hear that?
A little bit.
I don't know, right? This is my song. I'm gonna just play a few minutes. It's called Man Crushed Every Day.
Don't like it. It's like, no.
I love this song. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little tipsy, but I don't care. On my channel, anything goes.
Oh, not anything goes. I think Total. Wait, Escape and Total gonna lose. Total could go against
Total could go against. I don't know who Total could go against. Because
TLC.
really, SWV should have went against TLC. TLC has more hits than Escape.
They do, but Left Eye's not here, and I could care less about Tilly or T-Boz.
But they can play the hits though.
But
it
I
don't matter who's
without my girl Left Eye. So
it don't matter who's here though. TLC
you're right.
should
They should go against, but I feel like TLC would be better against like a Destiny's Child. They won't go against because Beyonce's not having it. But
Destiny's Child, it was no. Think about it. It was no other groups out really when Destiny's Child was out.
They were on the same billboards as TLC at the time.
TLC was coming off
they coming off, yeah.
In Destiny's Child's prime, there was no female group that could fuck with it. Like I can't think of nobody.
Yeah, because 3LW and Black came after that.
And 3LW and Black can go against each other.
And the girl from Black passed too.
Yep. She got hit by a car.
And that was Left Eye cousin, wasn't it?
No, I think they were trying to make her be like Left Eye, but she wasn't related to her.
You know what?
Yes. But we're gonna sign off. So what are your final thoughts? Because I'm tipsy now.
You know what, I'm done. My final thoughts is I hope my favorite makes it.
Who?
DMX.
Oh yes.
Really, that's my final thought. I really hope that out of everything. Also, I wish that we would get back to music where men cared about women instead of being disrespectful. And I want to make it normal again that it's okay to compliment a woman, and it's okay for women to compliment and encourage a man. So that is my final thoughts. I'm ready for whatever next show you do. And that is all I have to say for tonight.
Well, my final thought, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. I haven't done a show in 5 days, but I've gained 7 subscribers. I don't know how. So thank you for subscribing. I hope that you enjoy what you see on this channel. There is more to come. I don't know if I'll have a show on Friday. I'm going to try to do it, but it depends on how settled I am in DC when I get there, because I am supposed to go out that night, but I hope to do a show. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to the Candy Shop. I love all of you guys. I'm going to come up with a name for my little fans, like the millimeters, the candy, I don't know. I'm going to come up with something.
You'll think about it.
The Candites. I don't know.
You know what? Bye. That's it for you for the night. Put the Bacardi down.
But thank you for watching. Make sure you, like I said, comment, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you, Kennard. We're going to sign off now. And Hannah, I want to tell you that